with this very special celebration this afternoon. We'll ask everyone to silence your cell phones, and we'll get going and ho'omaka today's celebration. Mahalo.
A part of our grounding today is for us to be mindful, and so being mindful with who we are, where we are, with what our celebration is all about today, honoring our Queen and her birthday. There is a lot for us to be thankful for, to be grateful for everything the Queen has provided for us and who we are and what we're able to share and teach in our lives. So as I oli, I'm gonna oli aloha, and simply as I share this oli, I want you to really close your eyes, just feel the mana that flows throughout. It's really asking of nature to embrace us, to share its fragrances with us, to allow us to be here, to share our love just as well as we connect with one another. O naunaika lame kalehua e halelehua no ia na kano o kauno ia e ano inei eli ane hoi o kaiki mai a hiki mai no ko iki puno me ke aloha aloha e aloha e aloha e mahalo.
And we send a special mahalo nui to Ryan Souza for helping to ground us with the opening oli of aloha. It's always nice too because it nourishes our Na'au too, yeah? So mahalo nui, Ryan. Well, it is an honor to welcome you here on this historic day. Joining us here at Kapolei Hale within the ahupua'a of Honouliuli, in the moku of Ewa, on the mokupuni or island of Oahu. Aloha. Ovau Moani Ke Ala Navarro. I'm a spokeswoman at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And on behalf of the Hawaii Nui Akea School of Hawaiian Knowledge, the City and County of Honolulu, and the Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī Coalition, we are so pleased to welcome you as we officially launch Hawaiian History Month. And it's fitting because you see this beauty behind us, or in front of us, I should say, this ʻUmeke Lāʻau, 22 feet wide. Am I pololei on that, Meleana? 22 feet. In all of its glory. It's a historic Hawaiian masterpiece that was co-created with the University of Hawaii students and faculty, as well as our treasured Kanaka Oiwi artist, Meleana Aluli Meyer. You know, Ikeala, today, we mark a first in Hawaii's history. For the very first time, Kepa Kemapa, or September, is formally recognized by law as Hawaiian History Month. And as we're learning from organizers of this joyous month-long celebration, it's truly a time for all of us to reflect on our mo'olelo, honor our kupuna, and to carry forward the vision of Queen Liliʻuokalani for generations to come. And to help carry us forward in that spirit, we want to humbly ask one of our special guests to honor her with a special mele that was composed for Kamo'i Wahine. So we're going to ask her to come up. We'd love to introduce to you Mele Ka'ai Barrett, accompanied by Kumu John Osorio, to share Mele no Lili'u.
This mele that we are going to present was written by Queen Liliʻuokalani in 1896 while she was under house arrest at Iolani Palace. We know that while she was there, she was not afforded any musical instruments, but as we know, she said that music was like the wind and the spirit for her. And so she composed this beautiful mele on the occasion of receiving some flowers from her garden in Waikiki, Hauʻoli. So we do for you this morning or this afternoon. Ku'upoʻi Hauʻoli.
How about another round of applause for Malia Ka'ai Barrett and Dean John Osorio. Mahalo ya olua. We now like to bring up our next speaker to speak to the importance of honoring Hawaiian history and the arts. We ask you to pa'i lima for the Executive Director of the City and County of Honolulu Mayor's Office of Culture and the Arts, Jennifer Santos.
Ano ai me ke aloha no hoa maka o ke au nei. O aui hono o Jennifer Santos. Velina mai kako and welcome to Kahale o Kapolei. The Mayor's Office of Culture and the Arts is honored to partner with the organizers of Hawaiian History Month. First, an expression of heartfelt gratitude to Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī Coalition. UH Mano, a Hawaii Nui a Kea, School of Hawaiian Knowledge, and all of the community partners, the many hands, who are behind the thoughtful planning and meaningful work required to make this month possible. Here at Kapolei Hale, hundreds of residents come through the doors daily to take care of essential services, from paying their water bill, to renewing vehicle registration, to reloading a holo card. But today, in the middle of that everyday rhythm, we pause for much needed reflection. A moment to honor Kupuna and the legacy that continues to guide us with the launch of Hawaiian History Month. The role of the City and County of Honolulu isn't just about providing services. It's also about making sure Hawaiian culture is valued, visible, and accessible. Honolulu Hale and Kapolei Hale are more than just government buildings. They are part of the heartbeat of our communities, carrying tradition, history, and paheona for everyone who visits. We are deeply humbled that artist Meleana Meyer, together with the talented Laulima at the University of Hawaii, entrusted the city with this extraordinary 22-foot ʻUmeke. Serving as our backdrop today, ʻUmeke Lāʻau, culture medicine, was first displayed at Honolulu Hale before finding its home here in Kapolei. Traditionally, an ʻUmeke is a calabash used to hold pa'iai, poi, the Hawaiian superfood, essential to heritage, sustenance, and overall well-being. In that same spirit, this ʻUmeke Lāʻau is more than art. It serves as a vessel for nourishment, a living monument, a space for healing and for reflection. We have witnessed its impact firsthand, touching not only Kanaka Maoli, but all who pause to experience the depth of its message. We invite you to partake in the power of the ʻUmeke during its Kapolei residency through October. Throughout September, our Office of Culture and the Arts is shining a special spotlight on the 6 moku within the mokupuni of Oahu. We will present in-person programming alongside a social media campaign that lifts up the unique history and significance of each district, while also sharing voices that bring forward lived experiences and mana'o from across the Aina. The City and County of Honolulu and the Mayor's Office of Culture and the Arts are proud to stand as a partner in elevating Native Hawaiian voices, artistry, and mo'olelo. Mahalo to the community, to all of you, the creatives, the educators, the cultural leaders, to all who continue to guide us. May the inspiration, wisdom, and spirit we gain this month carry us all forward together. Mahalo.
Mahalo, Jennifer. Our next speaker helped to shepherd Act 167 through the legislature, the very law that officially established Hawaiian History Month. Please, pa'i lima kako for Hawaii State Senator Jared Keoho Kalole.
Hi, aloha everyone. Good afternoon, I'm Jared Keoho Kalole. I'm a Hawaii State Senator, and I'm proud and honored to serve as the chair of the Senate Native Hawaiian Caucus. One of the informal duties of the chair of the Native Hawaiian Caucus in the Senate is to introduce resolutions that have been put forward by the Hawaiian community, specifically in this case, the Association of Hawaiian Civic Clubs. And so, Moani is right. I was the introducer of the act and helped to shepherd it through the legislature, but I wasn't the author. I was merely a courier of this idea that has been put forward by the work of many of you here and of many other Hawaiians out in the community. And so it's a real privilege to have been just sort of at the end part of the process. And why did we do it? Well, I was thinking on the way here. Sorry, I had to move the. You guys saw. If you're in the room, you saw. I had to move this mic up because I don't want to kneel over. The Scandinavian deity Thor. I just heard this recently, that more people on Earth today know and recognize the Scandinavian deity Thor than likely ever worshipped him in Scandinavia, where he is considered a venerated religious figure. He's more well known and famous for partnering with Captain America to fight aliens than in his historical and traditional role as a deity in a native culture. And so on the way here, I thought about that because recently, maybe like many of you, I've been watching Chief of War. I had to buy the subscription. I gotta wait till every Friday to watch the show. And aside from seeing Hawaiians in Kawakahiko move as real life figures, and to see Ka'iana, which most Hawaiians and most people around the world have only ever experienced through one black and white sketch portrait of him, to see him come to life on the screen is a very significant and special thing for me and my ohana. And so we've been waiting every Friday to watch the show. And one of my favorite parts, this is not ideal, but it is something I enjoy, is watching all of the namu on social media about the show that has been happening. There's a lot of dialogue, a lot of critique, and some criticism about the way the show is portraying our culture, about the way the show is portraying Hawaiians. But the thing that I thought about on the way here, and the reason I bring up Thor, is that it is Hawaiians that are portraying that culture. It is Hawaiians that put that show together, really for Hawaiian audiences. And so that's a big difference from watching Ka'iana as a member of the Avengers, potentially battling Thanos for the profit of some filmmaker, across the ocean. And so that's the importance of Hawaiian History Month. And that's why I was proud to be a part of it. And I'm still proud to be a part of this effort because, it didn't start with the bill. Since 2020, I do recognize September has been, the month that Hawaiian history has been observed. I think it's quite appropriate because of the history of Queen Liliʻuokalani and her standing as one of the real giants in our history and in our culture. But the whole point of those two stories are that these are our stories. And so if we don't tell our stories, who will? And these are stories about our history. And if we don't remember our history, then who will? And if we don't know our history, then how can we know our culture? And so it was a relatively easy thing legislatively. No taxpayer funds were appropriated. You guys can come back for that later. But it was a relatively easy thing to designate a month to recognize history. But the importance of it was not lost throughout the process. This is an important thing. It's meaningful and significant. And I really do need to recognize the people who did the lion's share of the work in making this happen, and then tie them and their kuleana to the meaningfulness of it, just in those short stories I've just brought up. So the Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī Coalition, the Association of Hawaiian Civic Clubs, and Hawaii Nui Akea at UH Manoa. Thank you folks for your work, for being a part of this, and for making this all happen. Mahalo nui.
Mahalo, Senator. Our house too. We wait every Friday too. Check out Chief of War. So yeah, same. Mahalo nui, Senator. Our next speaker has long been a voice of wisdom, or ʻike, in connecting Hawaiian history to our present and to our future. And we do treasure him at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Please, pa'i lima kākou for the Dean of the Hawaii Nui Akea School of Hawaiian Knowledge, Jonathan K. Kamakavivo'ole Osorio.
Yes, does it stay up this far? Yeah. Aloha mai kākou, mahalo nui o ia o ko no keia no keia manao, the manao that is present in this room that cherishes the mo'olelo, the mele, the experiences of our people. I want to say, first of all, thank you so much for the assistance you've been in the state capitol in making sure that this bill gets passed and this becomes a recurring thing. It's wonderful to accept praise on behalf of Hawaiʻi Nui Akea for being part of this. But the truth is, all we did was hire Malia, pay her salary, and stay out of her way. And this is what gets produced. For an occupied people, for an occupied nation, for a people who have been taken over by another country, the most effective way that you can silence resistance is not just through the taking of their government, not just through the taking of their lands and resources, although those are very effective. The most effective thing you can do is remove their sense of history and their language. And as a person who was born in 1951 and went to elementary school in the early to mid 1950s, I can tell you that that's exactly what that experience was for all children, all keiki in Hawaii. And it wasn't just Hawaiians. It was people of every ethnicity and nationality who had come to these islands. And actually, many of them descendants of people who were actually citizens, subjects of the crown. Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, blacks, who had their culture and identity erased and merged with those who taught purely an American, and a very imperial American history. The ability to tell your own story brings dignity to the individual, to the families from which those stories come, to the friends, to the associates, to your experiences growing up. They bring dignity, they bring truthfulness, they bring clarity. They make it possible for you to think of yourself in the society that we're in, with as much as we have lost, the ability to see a future based on an understanding of our past is such a magnificent thing, and really is the work of the last 2 or almost 3 generations of Kanaka. I am so proud of that effort. So proud indeed of the fact that not only does it produce this kind of clarity, not only does it produce a sense of unity, of community, of belonging, but it also produces a confidence that we can move forward, that we can continue to live in peace with the people who have come, who have taken our country, with their descendants, with others who may come in the future. Because ultimately, the history of Hawaii is a history of this aina and of the people who have made a home here. I had a lot of wonderful talking points. I may not have reached them all. I do want to tell you that if your children or grandchildren tell you, Tutu, I want to major in Hawaiian studies, don't you dare forbid them. Okay. Even though they could probably be engineers and doctors and lawyers. This is an amazing time we live in. And the embracing of our history, the understanding of it, and the fact that we are growing more and more of our storytellers, more and more of our analysts, more and more of our own engineers, of our mathematicians, our scientists, our mahi'ai, our lawai'a. All of those things are happening, not just at the University of Hawaii, certainly not just in Hawaii Nui Akea, but really throughout the public school system, for which we are grateful. And we are committed to continuing that trend and that effort. I want to sing one song. I've been working on this mele since the Super Bowl, so since February. And the reason is because during the halftime, either it was a part of the halftime show or they were showing a previous halftime in which an African-American choir, a black choir, sang this song, Lift Every Voice. Lift Every Voice and Sing is a hymn that was written by James Weldon Johnson and his brother J. Rosman Johnson together. James Johnson was one of the original founders of the NAACP. And they wrote this song and performed it for the first time on Lincoln's birthday, I'm told, at a school in Florida. When I heard the song, it suddenly occurred to me that the lyrics, not just the music, but the music as well, the lyrics really reminded me of another song. A song that had been written a generation before by Liliʻuokalani. In the 1860s, she composed a song at the request of the king, Kapolei Hale, who said, we need to have a national anthem that reflects the spirit of our people. And she wrote this hymn to God and to the nation, which is exactly what Lift Every Voice and Sing is. And for those of you who know our language, you're going to see the confluence of these ideas, that we are a people, we are a nation that is true to our land, true to our gods, true to each other. And we come from a period of difficulty, of travail, of trial. And we come with hope and faith. I'm going to have this maybe even down to nothing. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. We have come full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. We have come full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Kamakua manaloa, maliu maiyamako, e haliʻuakune, mekana Malalo
Another round of applause for Dean John Osorio from the Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī School of Hawaiian Knowledge. Eola. Mahalo nui. Whew. Okay. Yeah, you know, the ʻike from our kupuna also continue to shape the work and advocacy and leadership for our lahui. And joining us, we're so honored that she could be here. From the Hawaiian Council, we invite Me Hanaʻokala Hind.
Okay, whoever is in charge of the lineup, yeah, how am I going to follow that? Yeah. We have a living descendant of Liliʻu's family sitting right here with Senator Keohokalole, and then Dean Osorio, who is amazing, and I'm Me Hanaʻokala. Aloha mai kākou. Yeah. You know, it's a privilege to stand here today, not only as a kanaka oiwi, but as someone who was shaped by the very lessons and words that Dean Osorio talked about. I'm a proud graduate, receiving my master's from Hawaiʻi Nui Akea, from Kamakakuokalani. Yes, my time at the University of Hawaii, both in my role as student and my role as advisor and counselor to the many generations of students who came through, has taught me many things that has led into my role now at Hawaiian Council. At Hawaiian Council, there is a stern belief and movement within our organization that is profoundly rooted in community and also knowing that we must eliminate all the red tape and the things that usually hamper the movement of our people, and we move that way. But I can tell you this, without the understanding of history, without the deep work that places like Hawaiʻi Nui Akea, like our Hula Halau, like our Hoiva'a organizations, like our Mala and our Lo'ikalo, and all the Aina-based programs that are out there, those spaces that nurture Hawaiian history and Hawaiian culture today in 2025, like the civic clubs, and like efforts in doing Hawaiian History Month. Without those, our work in advocating and providing services and understanding the direction, the very conditions that our people here in Hawaii, and I'm talking about all our people here in Hawaii, not just Native Hawaiians, but all of our people that we call ohana, our neighbors, our family and our friends, the businesses who are here in Hawaii also. We could not do that work without a very strong foundation in the history of these islands, its people, its resources, and how it is that we want to perpetuate that for all of our children and grandchildren to come. So I thank the efforts and all the people who worked on this initiative to get Hawaiian History Month going and established. It allows us, right? One of the questions people ask is why you need a month to celebrate Hawaiian history? Just like all other memorialized months, it is a time for us, even though Hawaiian history is being taught throughout the years and throughout the institutions and in our homes and on Chief of War, right? And all the places that they are and they exist, all our institutions that uphold that. This month that we get to come together and highlight, bring forward what we want to for that year, the things we want to celebrate, the things that we want to discuss in that year. It's so important for something like this to have come about. You know, one of the things that we're celebrating this month, of course, is Liliʻu, and I would be remiss, I think we said it earlier, but Hauʻoli Hānau e Liliʻuokalani. Right? Hauʻoli Hānau. We remember you. We live in your honor. We perpetuate your legacy every day. But on this day, we take a time out to say happy birthday to you and celebrate that legacy. One of the things that I'm directly involved in, and again, thank you for all the culminating experiences in my life, Hawaiʻi Nui and the effort around Hawaiian History Month has allowed us to use this as a platform that on September 14th at Iolani Palace, as dusk, as the sun sets, around 5:30 in the afternoon, we are going to recite the most epic chant that we have left in our history today, the Ku'ulipo. All 2,102 lines will be recited by over 60 chanters, representing chanters from across the Pai'aina will culminate, will descend on Iolani Palace. As of this morning, we have over 600 registered participants who are going to be in the audience. It is free and open to the public. It is a chant that while Liliʻu was imprisoned in the room just above where we're going to perform it, she translated this chant. She translated this 2,102 line long chant while she sat there imprisoned, and as well as writing songs and making quilts. She translated this chant. So from her words, we get to see kind of the mindset of the time. So I love it. And it's been published in a book, right? It's there for all of us to access. And we're going to blend that. We're going to honor Liliʻu on that evening of September 14th. And we're also going to live through that time period and show how important that chant that was written hundreds of years ago, emulating and documenting from origin, from the beginnings of the Hawaiian perspective of where we came from and the beginnings of Earth all the way until today in 2025 and beyond, to show that Hawaiian history is something that lives, that breathes within us, that helps shape us today as modern Hawaiians, as modern Kanaka out there. So we invite all of you guys to come and enjoy that also. But I want to send one final shout out to all the various partners that have made Hawaiian History Month what it is. It will serve as a time where all of us in Hawaii, from Hawaii to Kauai and Ni'ihau and Papahanaumokuakea, it'll serve as a time of the year that we can come out, showcase our legacies of history, that we can celebrate together those moments and those key times in history. And I'd like to thank the civic clubs for doing the hard work, the heavy lifting of bringing this, our Native Hawaiian caucus at the State Senate. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. You guys get drowned with hundreds of requests every year, and to have made this one through, mahalo nui. You said it was easy. I don't believe you, because I know what happens behind closed doors and how things have to move and how arduous it can be at times. And of course, those at the University of Hawaii and Manoa that have been, from Hawaiʻi Nui to all of our colleagues here from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. You guys are a foundation. You guys are always there. So whenever anybody wants to or is able to, or it is at the right time that they come back for their education, Hawaiʻi Nui will be there. The University of Hawaii will be there. Yeah, so we can access them at all times. And thank you for that. Thank you for staying strong. I know that's not easy either. And then, of course, to Tita Malia for organizing all of this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, mahalo. Yeah.
Mahalo me hano kala. And as she mentioned, the chicken skin kumulipo experience is just one of many events. Whether you're Native Hawaiian, whether you're not Native Hawaiian, we want you to come and participate and learn. And so to tell us about the plenty things to do throughout Hawaiian History Month, please Pa'ipa'i Limakako, the Director of Strategic Partnerships at Hawaiʻi Nui Akea, and she is the heart behind Hawaiian History Month planning, Malia Nobrega Oliveira.
Hui, aloha kako. O wau no o Malia no Briga Oliveira, a he kama'au no ka mokupuni o Kauai. I'm really proud to be here in Kapolei, my first time in Kapolei Hale, and visiting from Kauai, but blessed to be a member of the faculty and staff of Hawaii Nui Akea School of Hawaiian Knowledge. This, as you've already been hearing, there's so much going on with Hawaiian History Month, and one of them being the Kumulipo experience. And I like using that word experience because many of our events is just that. They are experiences that we are curating to allow and to invite all of our community in to these experiences and to learn about who are the people of this aina and what are we creating today, and like Kumujan said, where are we going in the future? And I think that's what Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī Coalition is really excited and why we always come together. You know, I also one of our key partners is Oiwi TV, who is here with us today, who is also helping us to get it out beyond our shores here in Hawaii. And we really mahalo our media team to get that word out, because we know that our people, our community includes all of us here in Hawaii, but we have a lot of ohana that also reside on the continent. And so we try to do as many of our offerings and offer them free and open to the public, and we also try to live stream a lot of them. So as we've heard, the Kumulipo is happening on the 14th. We're really excited about our Maipuina Overthrow walking tours. That's coming up September 6, 7, and 13. Again, it's free. I slowly see the numbers getting, and some of them will close soon, so please go on to our website, hawaiianhistorymonth.org, where you can register today and save your spot. This walking tour will actually take you through 7 stations on the palace grounds and teach you a little bit about what happened back in January 1893. We really mahalo Sammy Choi, our director, who is working with our actors, and they will create that experience for you. So please come and join us on the 6th, 7th, and 13th. On the 17th and 19th, we have ohana residing in Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, as well as in San Diego, that will be sharing stories of Kanaka Davis in San Diego, as well as that community that moved to Utah in Iosepa, and I'm learning more about this as well, and then eventually why they came back to Hawaii, and many of them have returned to Hawaii. And then finally, during the end of the month, we celebrate our Native Hawaiian health, and we look at the history of our Native Hawaiian health with our partners from Papa'ololokahi and the John A. Burns School of Medicine, Department of Native Hawaiian Health, and they are creating a holo holo trolley tour. And so this will take you from Kaka'ako through Chinatown and then swing back around, and you'll be learning about key points of history and how that impacted our Native Hawaiian health and the stories that happened throughout that holo holo tour. So again, we invite you all, our community, whether you're here in Hawaii or you're abroad, please join us in all of these free events. We hope that, again, it inspires you to continue to learn, whether, again, it's that chief of war. I think that's what we love about it, is that it's making us all feel like, hey, I need to go and pick up another puke and helu helu a little bit and learn more about my own history. At least that's what it's making me feel like. Like, I need to know more. I want to learn more. I want to be in these classrooms. I want to be in the communities, and I want to give back. And I think that's what I love about Queen Liliʻuokalani and the legacy that she continues to share with us today, is continue to holomua and to move forward, and mahalo nui ya o koa pau. Aloha.
Mahalo nui malia. And as we come to a close, we return once more to mele. The haku mele tradition of our kupuna, passed down to us, of course through mele, through oli, You know, they preserve those mo'olelo, their emotions and truth. And so in that same spirit, we want to welcome back Dean Osorio of Hawaiʻi Nui Akea to share a special mele in honor of Liliʻu. Mahalo ya olua. And malia ka'ai there. Thank you.
This mele that we're going to do for you was also composed by our wonderful queen, Ahelau Makani.
Dean Osorio, and we're going to bring up Meleana Meyer because it is the Queen's birthday, and we have a special moment for Ke Kuinika Meleana Pa'ipa'i Lima Meleana Aluli Meyer.
Birthday cake. You know, when you're from a big family, birthday cakes are very important. I'm just saying, you know, and I want to say that our kupuna are so important. They are all here, and we are going to sing to Liliʻu. And we are going to sing to all of our beloveds who are with us always. Our beloved Queen continues to love and continues to inspire each and every one of us. So, makauko? Hey. Oh, lila. Ya oi. Hauʻoli la Hānau. Ya oi. Hauʻoli la Hānau. Elili Hānani. Hauʻoli la Hānau. Ya oi. Yay! Birthday cake over there for everybody. Thank you.
And that concludes our press conference for today as we officially mark Hawaiian History Month. On behalf of the City and County of Honolulu, Hawaiʻi Nui Akea School of Hawaiian Knowledge at University of Hawaii at Manoa, and the Hawaiʻi Ponoʻī Coalition, mahalo, mahalo anui for joining us. We wish you a very exciting Hawaiian History Month ahead, and we hope we all collectively continue to feed our na'au, our pu'uwai, and our spirit. Aloha.